good? It's your boy Passport Dog here. You already know what's up. I'm in Medellin right now. About to grab me a quick burger. Yeah, we riding on this thing today. In this video, I'm gonna be talking about dating in Colombia a year later. A lot gonna stop. Sí, gracias. Bro. What up, guys? Your boy Passport Dog here. It's been over a year since I made my last video, and I want to give you guys a yearly update on what it's like dating here in Colombia. Oh shit, matter of fact, I'm gonna have to switch up locations because although this burger is real good, it's starting to rain. God damn it. You know, if I had one complaint about Medellin, I'll tell you this much. It rains all the goddamn time, man. Like, it rains so much. If I was to just sell umbrellas and ponchos, man, I'll be making so much money just selling umbrellas and ponchos because it rains so goddamn much. Back in Comuna 13.
Dating in Colombia. I gotta tell you, man, living here has really changed my entire life and shattered the matrix world I was living in the United States. After being here, my outlook on life is completely different. There is no limitation on what you can achieve and what you can do in life. The only limitation you have is the one you place upon yourself. After living here in Colombia, I have slept with so many women. I really don't want to put a number on it. It's just ridiculous. I've been with so many women that people would say are way out of your league. I have dated women that people say, wow, she's kind of too pretty for you, bruh. And it's just like, after being here for a while, you really see no limitation on what you can achieve. And it's like, it's really, like I said, the limitation you have is the one you place upon yourself. And here in Colombia is one of the most beautiful places. I call it the Garden of Eden because it just checks every box. And the one thing about living here in the Garden of Eden, it's actual abundance. Real life abundance, not fake abundance, not imaginary abundance, real life abundance. You have real life options. You have more options than you can deal with. Matter of fact, the hardest thing about dating in Colombia is not actually getting a girl. The hardest thing about living here in Colombia is getting a girl and then cheating on her because you just have so many options. And that's the beauty about Colombia. It's abundance, real abundance, not that fake abundance, not that imaginary abundance. You go outside and there's just an abundance of options for you. And that's the beauty about living here in Colombia. I see it all the time. You guys come out here and I take you guys to the club and it's like analysis, paralysis by analysis. Like you guys become paralyzed by seeing all the options that are presented to you. And it gets to the point where we're in the club the whole time and it takes you forever to make a decision because it's like, man, there's so many. Then it comes to the point of, let me try to find the perfect one. Because it's like, yeah, oh my God, they're all hot. I would bang all of them. But then it comes to the point where, okay, let me get the perfect one. And that's the beauty about Colombia. You have so many options. You can really get very, very, very specific on the girl you want. Literally the girl you want, the type of girl you want, the what kind of hair she got, how long her hair is, if she's thick, skinny, whatever your type is. Literally you can imagine it, create it in your head, and you can probably find it out here. Like there's so much abundance, and that is the key and beauty about this entire country, is the sheer abundance of women. For me personally, I have been banging a lot of blondes. I don't know, girls with blonde hair, blonde Barbies have been my thing lately. Literally my last 3-4 girlfriends literally all look the same. My friend was just looking, I was just showing him all my ex-girlfriends and he was like, you know, they all look the same. And apparently my type is an LA artsy blonde Barbie. I don't know. That's just been my thing lately. And out here, you can really explore your sexuality as a man. Like, you can really discover yourself and discover who you are and discover what you like in this world and really explore your sexuality. Like, it's really out here. It's like, what's the flavor of the day? Am I feeling a thick chick? Am I feeling a skinny chick? Maybe I want a bougie chick. Maybe I want a ratchet chick. Maybe I want this. I can get with this. I can get with that. And abundance is the key living out here, and that's why it's so beautiful. And it allows you to explore your sexuality, explore who you like, what you like, and really discover yourself and what do you want in this world. And like I said, there's so much abundance. You can really be specific on what is it that you actually like and the type of girl you like and what does she look like, because you can actually get her. Okay, so how do you get the girl? I know everybody knows there are plenty of spas, clubs, and places you can go to pay for such a service to really get the abundant options of anything you want in the world. Yeah, you can go out there and you can pay for it, but how do you actually get the real girls? You know, the same hot chicks, but don't have to pay for it. Well, out here, you have to network. Networking is key out here because that's how the society is structured. The societies is structured in a very family-oriented group clique structure. So in order to break into this group, in order to break into these bubbles, these cliques, these groups, you need to network. The way Colombian people go out, they go out in groups. They go out as a group, a family, as a group of friends. They go out in bubbles and cliques. So everybody here is in their own little bubble. And it's kind of a weird vortex people seem to be trapped in. It's like, oh my God, I'm surrounded by all these hot chicks, but everybody's in their own bubble. And it's like a weird vortex that you're trapped in. But the key is networking. And honestly, this is the key everywhere, because everywhere the world is evolving and changing into this new digital age. And with the age of social media, it really has changed the entire landscape of every population. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world, social media still exists. These girls still got Instagram, Tinder, dating apps, the online world, and it affects and changes society in a major way. And what I observed is a lot of people want to go back to the olden days, go back to the olden times of pickup and like things like cold approach. And I want to tell you, man, cold approach is dead. The landscape has changed. Like, you're not gonna get meeting a girl at the grocery store or at the mall or at the gym, hitting on her, getting her phone number, setting a date up, going out on a date and trying to get a one night stand, this hookup culture stuff. That stuff is behind. It's back in the past. It's back in the day. You ask these girls, you literally walk up and ask these chicks where they met the last guy they banged. They probably will tell you from social media, or if not, networking. And from their groups, their circles, their cliques. This is how things go, and this is how it will be from basically here on out. We all love hot, beautiful young women. Well, let me tell you something about the new age hot, beautiful young women. These women are the Gen Z generation. These women were literally born with a cell phone in their hands. Literally, they're online since birth. They already been on social media. They already dated people on social media. It's been a thing since high school. They've been doing this, and once they get into the adulthood, things don't change. This is how it is, and the species that survives is the one that adapts. So you go into a culture like Colombia, and it's really structured to keep gringos out. Like, the Colombians do their thing, and is really they're in their group, clique, in their bubble, and it's kind of designed to keep foreigners out. It's like the Colombians are doing their thing, and the foreigners, they have their own sector and they do their thing. So you really need friends to bring you into the circle. It's kind of like an invitation type thing. Like, you need the invitation, you need the thumbs up, the go-to signal for them to invite you in the group. And once you're in the group, it's on and popping. Like, it's on. Like, if the guys who want to get a one night stand, how you get a one night stand is by getting an invitation. Like, for example, let me tell you just some stories of typical times that I just go out in like these groups. It's usually I get a girl's phone number either through in person or on social media. I get her phone number and she's like, oh, I have friends. I get my friends, she get her friends, and we go out into these groups, and that's how people go out. Like, or one of my friends hit me up saying, hey, I'm going out with this one chick. There's so many times I've been in just countless situations where my friends are like, hey, I'm out with my friend, with this girl. She has her friend come through. I need some guys. Like, and it's just me, my friend, and it's just us and like 3-4 chicks. And that is the typical scenario we find ourselves in. And that's probably what you'll probably see out in these nightlife area, in these settings. You'll see like chicks and groups of chicks and guys, and that's what just makes it so difficult, because sometimes these girls, the guys that are in the groups, like, these girls are not even dating these guys are friends. Sometimes these guys are gay. Sometimes these guys are literally their cousins or brothers, and it's just, but you just don't know because they're in a group. Like, and it just becomes awkward. Like, and it just takes a certain type of game. It just takes a social network, social circle game to navigate these waters. Like, it's just you have to adapt to a different environment. but that's how it usually goes. There's many times I invited a girl out, and every time you invite the girl out, they always want to invite their friends, and they end up bringing their friends. And there's been situations where I got a group of girls, it's me and like 3-4 girls, and I'm by myself, and I always gotta call my guy friends like, hey, help me out here. I got all these girls with me. But that's how people go out. Is like, number one, these girls don't got money. Like, a lot of these girls are broke, so they need the guy. If they're outside, they need a guy to pay for the drinks and bottles and club entrance fees and all that shit. So a lot of these girls don't got money, so they really need a guy to go out with. And it's just, but it's like their friends. It's like the girl always invites her friends, or she has a cousin or somebody, and she brings her friends along, and her friends I introduce her friends to my friends, and that's how people know each other. And that's really an old-fashioned way of doing things. Like, you know people from groups, social circles, and that's how this society really functions. Like, you either know how to be socially savvy to make a lot of friends, to get these invitations to where people are just like, hey, we're going out, me and my friends come through. Like, because I'm such a party guy, I'm like a big socialite. Girls know that when they're in Poblado, I'm the big party guy. Oh, let me just hit up Kenny. He knows he's always doing something. He's always partying. Let me hit up Kenny. Hey, Kenny, I'm bored. I got my friends here, and we're trying to go out. And that's how people go out. Like, it's like and another thing is like, you get one, you get them all. You get one, they invite their friends, and then you invite your friends, and it's like you're in the group now. But once you're once you're in the group, you're in the group. But it's like getting into the group in the first place is very difficult. And to do that, you need to network and know people. And it's great to have a social media presence because, man, I'm telling you, there's plenty of situations where I'm in the club, I'm on Instagram, I'm posting myself in the club, we got bottles, and girls literally DM me on Instagram like, hey, what club is that? Where are you at? Can you send me a taxi? And I have multiple times where literally 2 a.m, some chick hit me up on Instagram talking about, oh, I see you in the club, where you at? I send her a taxi, we end up meeting up, we dancing all night, and we hook up, one night stand the first night. But how did I get to that point? Well, I have a social media presence, and even though I may get a girl's number, even on WhatsApp have WhatsApp stories. Like, you need to be social and have a social media presence. Like, I'm not communicating with these chicks, but they're watching my story, they're interacting with me on social media. So it's like a warm approach. It's not a cold approach, it's a warm approach. It's like we already met on social media, so we're kind of familiar with each other. Then we meet in the physical real life. And that's how everywhere is starting to shape itself. Like, no matter where you go in society, social media probably exists, and this is how social media changed the landscape anywhere and everywhere, no matter where you go. So you need to be socially, physically, have a physical network in your immediate area, have groups, organizations, be friends with people just around you, and you need a social media presence. So this is how society is structured and where we're going. And the species that survives is the one that adapts. So get with the program or get left behind.